Welcome to News Laundry Chota Hafta. For the full episode, subscribe because it is behind the paywall and only subscribers get access to uncut, complete content. News Laundry Hafta is our weekly wrap of all that made the news, all that didn't, and all that should have and all that shouldn't have. We agree, we disagree, we critique, and occasionally we beat each other up. But it's all good fun. Subscribe.
This is a News Laundry podcast and you're listening to NL Hafta.
अंग्रेज अपना लगान और न्यूज़ लॉन्ड्री अपना हफ्ता कभी नहीं छोड़ते. Joining us on Hafta today, which is the 11th of November, Thursday, 3:30 p.m. In the studio, we have Manisha Pandey. Hi, Manisha.
Hi.
Raman Kripal. Hi, Raman.
Hi.
Vivek Kaul is here in Delhi and he's joined us in the studio. Wonderful to see you, Vivek. Hi.
Hi, Abhinandan.
And joining us on the phone line is Subir Bhaumik. Hi, Subir.
Hi.
So let me introduce our two guests. Vivek, many of our listeners already know, he's featured on the Hafta before. He's written for us. He writes for Mint. He writes for a bunch of news platforms, newspapers, and websites. He's freelancer. He has held senior positions at DNA, Daily News and Analysis, and the Economic Times in the past. He writes for Mint, BBC, Dainik Jagran, News Laundry, and Bengal Mirror. He's the
Used to.
co-host. Okay, used to.
Now he only writes for his own website.
Oh, only own website.
VivekCall.com.
I write for the Mint
Okay.
primarily and the Deccan Herald.
I see. You don't write for us also anymore?
No,
No,
I
he
read
writes
Mint.
for us.
Okay. And Subir, who's joining us, you're in Agartala right now, Subir? Where are you right now?
No, I'm in Calcutta at the moment,
Okay.
but I've been to Agartala during the puja when all this trouble happened, and I hail from Tripura.
I see. And he is the former BBC correspondent and Reuters. He is from Tripura. He's the author of 3 acclaimed books on Northeast: Troubled Periphery, The Crisis of India's Northeast, Insurgent Crossfire, Northeast India, and The Agartala Doctrine. So do check those out if you guys are interested in learning more about the Northeast. And Subir is right now in Kolkata, but originally he is from Tripura. Thank you, Subir, for making the time.
Thanks. My pleasure.
Now, before we get into discussing Tripura threadbare, let's have the headlines.
Yes, Tripura is pretty much in the headlines. BJP wins 111 out of 334 seats uncontested in Tripura civic polls. Journalist Sham Meera Singh, along with several other journalists and activists, recently were booked under the UAPA by the Tripura police. They have moved the Supreme Court for the quashing of the FIR filed against them.
And the Supreme Court has given them an urgent hearing as we speak. Court agrees to give urgent hearing listening to petition. So it says the Supreme Court on Thursday agreed to urgently list petition. So they'll figure it out when it is going to be.
Editors Guild condemns police action against journalists in Tripura. Devotees soak in Yamuna's toxic foam for final day of Chhat Puja rituals. The visuals are all over Twitter. No one can stop us. That's BJP MP Manoj Tiwari, who performed Chhat Puja at the Yamuna Bank despite the ban. You also had people spraying water, and we'll discuss that.
And this
Ahead.
we'll discuss. And this is a ban the court has observed and the LG. So yeah, that's what he's going against, not necessarily against the Delhi police.
A young man died in custody. Kasganj cops claim that he hanged himself from a pipe in washroom.
And you have to see the photograph of the washroom and where the pipe is. I just watched Jai Bhim last week, and it really makes your skin crawl and makes you so angry
good
at the
film.
cops. Well, I'll say the subject is very good and the violence makes you very angry, but the over-the-topness of it makes it a bit over the top.
Akhilesh has demanded a judicial probe in this case, and Rahul has wondered if human rights exist anymore in UP. Meanwhile, the NHRC in India was debating a few days ago whether human rights are stumbling blocks in fighting Naxalism. So
Fighting evils like Naxalism.
Padma Shri goes to an ex-Pakistan soldier who helped India liberate Bangladesh. Transgender folk dancer was also among one of the Padma Shri awardees. We'll discuss a little in detail the number of people who got the awards this year.
There were 10
And a
Padma
few
Bhushans.
profiles.
There are 10 Padma Bhushans and 102 Padma Shris awards.
Yeah, Kangna got one too. A CRPF Jawan allegedly turned his weapon on colleagues at a camp in Chhattisgarh's Naxal-hit Sukma district early on Monday. He's killed 4 personnel and injured 3. On the Lakhimpur Kheri case, the Supreme Court has told the Uttar Pradesh government that they are unsure of the police probe in the case and they want an ex-judge of another high court to monitor it. 13 are in jail for farmer's death, and the minister's son's bail plea will be heard on November 15th. Meanwhile, the forensic report has confirmed that weapons seized from MOS Ajay Mishra's son were fired. The Supreme Court has expressed some concern as the CBI requests to investigate cases pending with states. These cases are these states are Maharashtra, Punjab, Rajasthan, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Kerala, and Mizoram. And some of these cases have been pending since 2018. Interestingly, all these states are non-BJP, no? They're all like free spraying of biodecomposer in Punjab to stop stubble burning if AAP forms government. That's Gopal Rai.
Well, this headline made it to the BBC podcast also, by the way. That in Delhi, they are trying to convince farmers to stop burning crops and decompose it through sprays. I said, "Eva."
A complaint has been filed against Sulman Khurshid over his new book on Ayodhya because he's apparently compared Hindutva to ISIS and Boko Haram.
Boko Haram.
Sameer Wankhede is, so, okay, this must be introduced with like, there should be like a separate, I don't know, promo or something for the drug bust saga, which continues. So the latest in the drug bust saga, Sameer Wankhede's father has filed a police complaint against Nawab Malik. Nawab Malik on Wednesday morning held a press conference to drop a quote-unquote hydrogen bomb. This is in reference to an alleged expose against former Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. Never wrestle with a pig, that's Fadnavis in response to Nawab Malik, as he speaks of underworld and fake currencies. Meanwhile, Malik's son-in-law sends legal notice to Fadnavis for false allegations and seeks 5 crore. And Devendra Fadnavis' wife, Amruta, sends legal notice to Nawab Malik over defamatory tweets. But now it's just become a...
Yeah.
Tamil Nadu rains, 5 die, homes have been destroyed, scary visuals coming from the state. A minister fears more losses with intensified downpour. A red alert is in place in 20 districts across the state, including Chennai. Government hospital in Chennai's KK Nagar has been flooded and patients were shifted. Delhi has a Zika virus alert. Cases are rising in Uttar Pradesh too. We've recorded in the capital almost 1,200 dengue cases in October, the highest for month in 4 years. 34 Indian students died by suicide each day in pandemic hit 2020. I think this is a very big headline. 34 people dying, committing suicide is just, I didn't see it much, but it's quite an alarming thing. That's one death daily.
That's daily.
Per day. That's more than one an hour.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay, that's even more alarming. Maharashtra hospital fire kills 10, injures 7. 4 newborn killed in Bhopal hospital fire. Pakistan authorities restore land for first ever Hindu temple in Islamabad after public outcry. And there was also public outcry around Malala getting married.
Yes.
Some needless outcry, but congratulations to her.
And 2 more headlines while we're speaking. The arrest has been made of the person who had threatened Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma's daughter with rape. Infant daughter, toddler. He is a Hyderabad-based techie.
23, 24-year-old.
Who is studying to go overseas. He's worked with a startup, a tech startup.
And he says, my phone slipped accidentally.
Yeah, it's the most ridiculous thing. And in the second one, these guys are having their usual jamboree times, what India Today had that, what do they call it? Conclave, which was a BJP event more or less.
This is a Times Now Summit.
Times Now Summit had Kangana Ranaut saying this.
And they paid a price, of course. वो आज़ादी नहीं थी, वो भीख थी, और जो आज़ादी मिली है, वो 2014 में मिली है.
इसीलिए सब आपको कहते हैं कि आप भगवा हैं.
अभी मुझ पे 10 केस और होने वाले हैं इसके बाद.
And Aam Aadmi Party's National Executive Member Preeti Sharma Menon has submitted a complaint to the Mumbai police seeking an FIR against Kangana Ranaut for seditious remark. She should be booked under Section 504, 503 and a few others. So yeah, that happened as well.
That's just silly, matlab, seditious. But anyways, this is just times of competitive foolishness.
That's the only way to fight this, I guess.
Well, I'll come to the police action later, but let me first make it very clear that this problem is not as serious as has been the case in other Indian states. This Hindu-Muslim problem that in Tripura. Tripura has actually no history of Hindu-Muslim rioting, communal disturbances. There has been problems between Bengali settlers and indigenous tribals, the famous 1980 riots. But Hindu-Muslim problem, never. 1947, 1950, when there were riots in certain parts of the then East Pakistan. 1964 again. Nothing happened in Tripura or the adjoining region of what is today's Bangladesh's Kumilla region. In fact, one needs to understand that the king of Tripura, who was sovereign until 1949 in what is today's Tripura, Hill Tripura as it was called, also was the zamindar of a large part of Kumilla region called Chakla Roshanabad, which is now in Bangladesh. And therefore, one needs to understand that in these areas, there was never any history of communal rioting between Bengali Hindus and Bengali Muslims. And there, even when you had riots in neighboring districts of Noakhali, Kumilla and Tripura was free of it. That's precisely the point. This whole thing is political. The BJP has now been accused by opposition parties like the Trinamool Congress, which after Trinamool Congress victory in Bengal has made quite a dent in Tripura, because Tripura, as you will know, 72% Bengali population. So the effect of Bengal is always there on Tripura. When Bengal turned left in 1978, within 6 months, Tripura also turned left. The communists came to power there. So the effect of Bengal politics directly is there on Tripura because of the demographic realities. The thing is that the BJP has now been accused of actually not allowing the opponents, both the Congress and the CPM and the Trinamool, all the three opposition parties have alleged that in 1/3 of the civic poll seats in Tripura, 1/3 of the seats, they just could not file their nomination because of the terror unleashed by the BJP. Now, a lot of people in the opposition camp are alleging that taking advantage of the trouble in Bangladesh, which did spread to quite a few districts in that country, neighboring country, 22 districts, Sheikh Hasina's government had to deploy border guards and elite battalions of the Rapid Action Force. So, that impact was taken as some kind of an opportunity by the extreme Hindutva hardliners in Tripura to create a situation in which they can actually call the shots. And this is exactly what the opposition is saying, that all those rioting, the posturing against the Muslims was just a drama. It did not last long. The real drama is unfolding now, and that is the political drama, where the BJP is accused of creating a situation in which in 1/3 of the 20-odd civic, body elections, including the state capital Agartala, 1/3 of the seats, BJP has returned unopposed, which means what? The opposition has not filed nomination. The fact is, there is no place in Tripura where you won't find a CPM or a Congress or a Trinamool, candidate to file nomination. Obviously, they want to file, but they have not been able to file. So this is the real story in Tripura.
So we have a reporter there. Ayush has gone to Tripura. So have you spoken to him? What are we getting from him on the ground? I mean, I'm sure by the time this podcast goes up, we'll probably have
a story up.
Ayush had gone to the spot and to just find out what kind of violence had happened. So he started, first he called me up and he said he has got a very good video where the people are shouting. I said, we cannot go wrong on any facts, so probe it further. So he probed it further, and then he got the same video with this different soundtrack.
The original audio.
Original
so
audio.
People are basically...
So what we are getting, everything, here in Delhi, we are getting it from the social media. And what is true and what is not,
it's
we are
very
really
hard to
not.
say, because
Very hard
you
to say.
showed me the
That's
video.
the real danger,
You showed me the
actually.
video.
Huh.
I saw that video, and it seemed like there's this group of saffron-clad guys, cursing the Prophet. And it seemed pretty, legit. The lip sync seemed to kind of match. And then
We
they
saw
showed
the
me the
other
real one, which it matched exactly. So someone had done a pretty professional job
Yes.
in kind of matching audio with a different thing. So
What is the original slogan?
The original slogan was in Bengali. There was, our story is coming on that only. We are just talking of this, video with two soundtracks, two audios. So that's the story.
Can I
and the
come in on
person,
that video, please?
person is,
just a sec, Subir, yeah.
person, is at the center of controversies. Ranu Das, the BJP man, in Tripura, and he's apparently the police have registered a case against him, and he's absconding. So he's not there. So
Right.
and this video is really, I mean, you just can't make out.
This is a, I'm an old school conservative BBC journalist who was trained in normal, proper, hard journalistic ethics. And for me, social media, I think those media persons who get carried away by social media, the laziest bunch of media
Yeah,
persons I've ever
absolutely.
come across. Why should you, source your story from social media?
Yeah.
Only people who don't have original sources would go there and rely on social media.
Or budgets.
Social media, I reiterate, neither social nor media.
But or budgets. Luckily, we have subscribers who ensure that our reporters go on the ground. Because when this happened, Raman sir said we should send someone there because there's no point reporting on it
Yeah.
by sitting here. And there goes Ayush. Vivek, you haven't spoken on this yet. You tell us about both cases. Yeah.
Taking Subir sir's point forward, I mean, see what also happens is other than budgets, there is space to fill up, and this is the easiest ways to. Someone has said something, take that, play it up, and then people also. It's not like it's not work. It's working, right? It works at some level. There is a business logic to it. It's wrong, but it's working. So.
Right. So we look forward to some stories by Ayush there. Those of you who are supporting us and are not Mufat Khors and listen to the Hafta for free, the Chota Hafta, thank you. Now you know where the money goes. Ayush flew to Tripura, I think 2 days ago. He'll be there for another couple of days. Hopefully he'll get
He reached there on Monday.
and
4
you'll
days
get
now.
credible first-hand reports and not just
The first one will come today or tomorrow by
so that
tomorrow
means
morning.
it'll probably the report will be up by the time this Hafta goes up.
See, when it comes to these IPOs, most of them are are known as unicorns. So basically, startups which have been valued at more than $1 billion, and so they are hitting the market at a point of time where there are very few investment opportunities available in India. Fixed deposits are giving negative real returns if you adjust for inflation. Real estate hasn't gone anywhere in years, and people have lost a lot of money in real estate. Gold has also been very flattish. So these are typically the 2-3 areas where Indians tend to invest. And what has happened is that because of the smartphone, it has become very easy to invest. So I'll give you a very simple example. So if you wanted to open a Demat account earlier, it would be a 3-4 day process easily, where you would go to the bank and, let's say you had an account with HDFC Bank, you would go there and then they'd open you an account with HDFC Securities. And now you can open, and I did this, so I know what I'm saying. You can open a Demat account with Zerodha in 30 minutes. That's all it takes. So it's become very, very easy to invest in the market. So which is why there is this huge amount of retail money which keeps coming in. Now,
Is that what's leading to exuberance?
That's one reason.
One
That's
of the
one
reasons.
reason.
Okay.
And the other reason is the fact that you just said that the markets have been rising for the last 10 years, which is true, but
Other than the lockdown, that one
exactly. So
cliff.
this is the point I was trying to come to. So basically, it fell at that point of time and then it started to rise again. The reason for that lies in the fact that globally, the Western central banks led by the US Federal Reserve have printed a huge amount of money. So, to give you the example of the Federal Reserve, which is by far the biggest central bank in the world, it has printed more money in the last since the end of 2019, let's say roughly the last 2 years, than it did in its 106-year existence before that.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So there is a
Wow.
there's a lot of money going around.
Because they also had that payment protection program, the paycheck protection program, where they were given
a lot of
this thing.
things. I mean, there are a lot of things which. So the basic idea there was to essentially, print a lot of money, pump it into the financial system, push down interest rates, and then hope that at lower interest rates, people will borrow and spend. And, it will ultimately lead to the economy recovering. Now, which is the basic idea. But then what also happened along with that was that there was so much money floating around that, money ultimately finds its way to the point of what it thinks will be the highest return. So a lot of money came in last year through the foreign investors. And this year, and typically what happens is when it comes to retail investors, they tend to wake up after the stock market has already rallied. Or, as everyone woke up to Bitcoin when it had already hit $50,000, right? So they have suddenly, everyone and their uncle has woken up, and you'll now find 22-year-olds telling you कि अरे FD में तो negative return है, and so, and because उनका 1,000 रुपया Bitcoin में 1,500 हो गया, so now they know everything about the world. So no, I'm sorry to say this, but that's so these are the basic factors why there is so much hype. Coming to Nykaa specifically, see, one is there's money floating around, and in this specific case, it was a great story also. There was this lady who started a business at the age of 50, first generation entrepreneur. So all that sort of feeds into the excitement, which is why, and she's smart because and obviously she's smart given
she's
that
an investment banker before this.
So before she started this, she used to work for Kotak, and her husband Sanjay Nair used to head Citibank in India, and then the investment firm KKR. So the story goes that wherever Sanjay would get transferred, Uday Kotak would open a Kotak office just to ensure
that she remains employed.
Till she decided to go her own way. So obviously, this is like the, if I may stereotype, this is like the female version of Infosys, right? So you had these 6 guys who came together, first generation, engineers, then build this company and spread the wealth around. So here it's a similar story, though, the lady started much later at a more experienced stage than the Infosys entrepreneurs. So all this essentially, along with the fact that there is just too much money splashing around.
Just on Falguni Nair, I think I was reading about her quite a bit today, and I think she's a very fascinating story and really inspiring. I just think so I have shopped from Nykaa. I only discovered it during the pandemic because you couldn't go to shops and buy cosmetics or whatever. But I had a great experience, and then I learned from my friends that they've been doing this for a very long time. She started back in 2012, where shopping for makeup online was not a thing. So this is sort of a visionary idea in that space, to get all the brands together in one place, and
it's
quite a It's a very
it's
smart
the
idea,
Amazon
I
of
think.
makeup.
Speaking of which, I had heard this podcast on NPR of these guys when this
And
whole...
she's worth more than our Paytm guy now. She's exceeded him after this.
In fact,
I
I'm
think
just
this is all
7.8.
notionally. Kal kuch aur
Exactly,
ho jayega,
it's a share. It's a share.
They-
price. I was
that
telling you,
shouldn't give you.
if you have
So she's not among the 20
no,
richest people.
what I'm saying is that
technically it's all in her shares.
इसको ज़्यादा
Like
तवज्जो
basically
नहीं
what I'm
देना
saying is that
चाहिए,
if there is any person here in Delhi who has inherited a house in Aurangzeb Road and one in Vasant Vihar and a plot of land in Faridabad is worth more than her, because that's a Prithviraj Road house.
No,
will
sure.
say-
He wouldn't be worth more
Actually,
than
that's true. Not $1 billion. There's a dollar billion.
7.8 billion.
No, so she's rich. There's no denying that. But all I'm trying to say is that it's,
But before we do that, let me remind you to subscribe to News Laundry and pay to keep news free. We have reached almost about 60% of those pre-RBI whose, that whole recurring payment screw up that happened. Many of you, I know our team has been calling, we mailed you, many of you have renewed your subscription. So those of you who can, you can give us a year or 2 year subscription. You can subscribe through net banking, then the recurring will continue. But if you're doing it through credit card, that's still not completely perfect, although some of my payments are working on recurring now. But you can either change your card service or you can just give us a 2 years of subscription. And just so you know, yesterday we guys were, we are planning to go for an off-site, by the way. So I was seeing that we'll need a bus of how many people. We, from a time when I thought we still had 15, 20 employees, we are moving up to like half century marne lag gaye hum log. So there are a lot more salaries to pay. So I will continue to keep asking you guys to subscribe, ask your friends and family to subscribe. Because from a time when our target was 6,000 subscriber mil jaye na, तो ठीक है, लेकिन उन दिनों हम 12 लोग थे, 15 लोग. So do subscribe and pay to keep news free and help us to continue to grow so that we can become the largest network of producers, ground reporters, editors to bring you ad-free news and content. So yeah, close to the start. But the thing is that she has actually got for her contribution to art and culture.
Who?
Kangana.
Kangana.
Obviously not to science.
I mean, see,
but the point is that she doesn't know that, because when she was being interviewed, she was saying that I've got so many awards, but I'm most proud of this one because I've got this for being a good citizen. Someone need to tell her that's not why you fucking get the Padma Shri for being a good citizen. Like, She doesn't know why she's got the award.
Or maybe she does. So, I mean, she obviously knows she's a good actress,
citizen, good obeying citizen.
But I'm sure discussed this in the past in Hafta. The UPA was also famous for giving its, cronies and favorite people Padma Awards, and there have been many. Some of them aren't alive anymore, so I would.
It used to be so insignificant.
I mean, people who
But
are
this
just.
time, I think people have taken note of this. Very people with very humble background.
Yeah, but you know what I
They have
find
been
sad
given
is that when you throw in Kangana Ranaut there,
Exactly. You completely ruin
it just ruin it for the rest. Like an analogy that Apna Atul had done in Tippani last week. News is not like आलू कि 1 किलो आलू में 3 सड़े आलू भी भेज दिए. ठीक है, हम बाय एंड लार्ज रियल न्यूज दिखाते हैं, 4-5 फेक न्यूज भी पेल दो. News is not like that.
Of course.
Nor are awards, because when you have given 10 deserving ones, चलो 4 goodwill के लिए भेज दो, then you kind of dilute everything. I mean,
Yes.
Sant Singh Chatwal has got a Padma Award, let's not forget. That the hotelier who came up with all sorts of bloody crookery he was charged with, because he apparently played a role in saving nuclear deal during Manmohan's regime. The kind of cronies who got Padma Awards was disgraceful. Now, while this government has done a very good thing by ground से जोड़ दिया है, लेकिन अब कंगना को पद्मा दे रहे हैं, विवेकानंद को कोई नेशनल अवार्ड सोना मिल गया, उसको some film national award. Like what the fuck is happening in this,
And even if you want someone from the film world who's, of the same ideology or whatever, you can give it to, I don't know, an Ajay Devgan or...
So I mean, this whole Padma Award business, although Barkha and Rajdeep also got Padma Awards, if I'm not wrong. They are Padma awardees. We'll just check.
Shekhar Gupta also got.
He's a Padma awardee. So,
वो तो एक बार दिल्ली जर्नलिज्म में एक लेवल के बाद तो मिल ही जाता है.
but this
उसमें
is
कोई-
one thing the
आपको भी मिल
BJP
सकता है किसी दिन. so.
हमें तो चाहिए ही नहीं. I know this one turned down his Padma Award. Sainath had been in 2005 or 6 he was given. He said
The
no.
journalists have nothing to do with the government.
But
So 2008, Rajdeep, Vinod Dua, Barkha Dutt.
yeah, so the UPA. Now this is the one thing that the big difference in the UPA and the BJP is that the UPA would reward its journalists. Those who are nice to it.
Sudhir, Rajat Agarwal.
These guys they have trained their journalists to be so loyal that even if you whack your dog every day, it'll still love you. So the way they humiliate, like we were watching that on Aaj Tak, the way was it Sambit Patra who was Anjana, Anjana, who's the anchor? We were watching it together.
Chitra ko where he was like, you don't know anchoring.
You don't know anchoring. What you're talking about? Anjana also, right? Because when
Anjana also, yeah.
When he called him a rapist, Rahul
He called
rapist.
Rahul Gandhi a rapist.
And they on air, they will humiliate the anchor. They will talk to them like they are the.
That's so often
and
these
yet
days.
those guys continue to bend over backwards. So that is the beauty, I think, of the BJP.
That is truly the beauty. Truly the beauty. And it's true, like Rajat, Sudhir, all these guys, for all the ass licking they do, like what favors have they gotten from wo ek interview before an election? Bas.
See, it's like how a corporate hierarchy works. Okay, so how do you keep people in line? One is obviously you reward them, treat them well. The other way is to you make your employees doubt their self-esteem. So this is that model.
No. No. In fact, you will not realize they also get rewarded in different ways. So I saw some
visible ways.
it's not visible, but they get rewarded. But in front of the public, they will be treated like.
I mean,
dogs.
it's also, I think it's a lot of it is about access. Whether you have
just the fact that you have access.
उसी में लोगों को लगता है कि
थोड़ा
फोन नंबर है मेरे
एक
पास.
इंटरव्यू से खुश हो जाते हैं चलो 2 साल में
Interview
एक
भी
बार
कौन सा? They will send the questions.
All of you listening in, the Chota Hafta, do subscribe so you can listen to the entire Hafta. We will see you again next week with the Hafta. Till then, subscribe, pay to keep news free, because when the public pays, the public is served, and advertisers pay, advertisers are served. Thank you. Goodbye.
All the News Laundry podcasts are available on Stitcher, iTunes, and any other podcast platform.
Please subscribe to News Laundry. Help us keep news independent. To catch all our podcasts on news, pop culture, current affairs, and sport, visit newslaundry.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. सुन लिया अफ्रीका मुफत खोरों? Not to brag or anything, but News Laundry Hafta features in the top 50 in the world on SoundCloud in the news and politics category for podcasts. So do subscribe and see what you're missing. because when the public pays, the public is served. When advertisers pay, advertisers are served. Subscribe, help keep news independent and free.
All News Laundry podcasts are available on iTunes and Stitcher and any other podcast platform.